Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Author Doc B in the building. And guess what? We have a special treat for you tonight. So sit back, relax, go get your notebooks, ask your questions, and get ready because the energy is going to be real hype. It's going to be real high tonight. I'm telling you now. So tonight, we are going to be with the Millati Islami members of the 12-step treatment for addiction program. They are putting on their second annual speaker jam. Yes, and it is called the Freedom from Bondage. You don't want to miss it. Let me tell you something. That is going to be held on July the 4th, 2022 at 12 p.m. noon, and I believe it's going to 8 p.m. at night. Now, I have some special people on here tonight that's near and dear to my heart, and so I want you to click like and share. That's what I want you to start doing right now. Stop what you're doing. Invite someone to the platform tonight. Please click like and share this, please. It's very important for those who are in recovery, for those who are not in recovery, for those who are thinking about if they belong in recovery or not. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh to all the Muslims across the world. May Allah be pleased with everything that you do. I'm watching a bunch of comments. It says, people, I love you. Okay, well, yeah, that's me. I'm always hyped up about something, but may Allah be pleased with who I am today. And so let me just tell you a little bit about Bring It to the Table. I mean, I've been on for a year now, y'all. Woo! Alhamdulillah. So I've been on for a year, and Bring It to the Table is a safe space. It's a place where everyone, I'm talking about everyday people like me and you, can come to express yourself, deal with any problems that you might have. But primarily it's for people who have overcome, conquered, and survived anything. But watch this. There's another step. Hi, Brother Lukman. Assalamu alaikum. I see you. Thank you for joining. And are living beyond their dreams. You see, that's what it is. It really is about living today. Assalamu alaikum, Nafisa. Thank you for joining. I see you all. I really do appreciate all your love, kindness, and support. So without further ado, Bring It to the Table is about to introduce our first guest tonight, okay? She is a sister beyond no sisters. Oh, assalamu alaikum, Muhammad. Thank you for joining. I'm going to bring the sister on first. Hi, Sharifa. Thank you for joining. Waleed. Oh, my goodness. Assalamu alaikum. We got the whole fellowship. Look at our people. Our people is rolling in. I'm getting hyped. Listen, this is the second week to the kickoff to the Freedom from Bondage. The second week to the kickoff to the Freedom from Bondage Speaker Jam. July the 4th. You don't want to miss it. 12 o'clock. It is virtual. All the information will be given to you here today. All right, so let me bring on the sister first. I'm going to add her to the stream. And we're going to, okay, now she's on twice. She got to tell me which one she want me to put her in. You want me to pull you in this one? Okay, good. I got you. Wonderful. Here she is. Without further ado. Hey, sister. That's my sister. Assalamu alaikum. She said, "Wa alaikum salam." Can I hear her then? Nope, can't hear her yet. I read your lips, but I can't hear you. There you go. Say something. Nope, not yet. I can't get you, but that's okay. You'll come. Listen, we live in a lost time. It's a lost timing. So I'm on and I'm up to 70%, but I can't hear you. So we'll get the next one on. Let's just get them rolling in. So without further ado, this is Sister Asia. And now we're going to get on Brother Muhammad. Say something again, sis. Nope, not yet. Brother Muhammad, it might be me. So we're going to bring them all in so we can make sure.
Sound like Rahmatullahi Barakatuh. Can you hear me?
There it is. It ain't me. Walaikum assalam. I can hear my brother, so it ain't me. Is that you now, sis? Say something, sis.
Turn herself up.
Yep, you got to turn it up. You might need to go over there and help them. And now we're going to get on. Listen to me and listen to me good. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, This is one of our youngest members in Millati Islami. And when I tell you his story will blow your mind, we're going to bring him on right now. Let's give a warm welcome and a round of applause for our newcomer, Amari. Alhamdulillah. Hi, Amari. Assalamu alaikum.
How you doing? How you doing? My name's Omer.
Omer?
Yeah.
I like Amari.
Hey, if that's what we're gonna go with. I always like nicknames.
I like Amari. You look like an Amari. You look like an Amari.
My friends try calling me that from now on. You can watch that.
And Shakur's laughing because he knows me very well, and he knows my personality, and he knows who I am, especially in this arena. We've been in this type of arena several times before. I love working with you, brother Shakur. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming on. Sis, did you get it going yet? I think Shakur, you might want to go help out.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go help out one thing. And I'll keep talking to the audience. And so while we get that straight, I just want to say that this is the second annual Speaker Jam, Amir. Did you know that?
Yeah. I heard about it.
Did you go to the one last year?
No, actually I wasn't part. I didn't know about it last year, but I heard about it this year through Millati Islami, through our meetings with our Jawad, and I'm sure I heard about it multiple times. I'm really hyped for it, I'm sad that I'm not gonna be able to go there in person, but I intend on checking out as much as I can through Zoom at the same time.
Well, guess what, Amir? Nobody is gonna be on person. It's virtual.
Oh, I can't wait till we have it in person then.
Oh, let me tell you, Millati Islami has so many beautiful, wonderful things that is about to take place. The program is ever evolving. Let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of things in place now that the mask mandates are going away, COVID is going away, and things of that nature. But I am so excited. Assalamu alaikum. I see you, Z. I see you, Sharifa. Thank you all for joining. Please click like and share, and also invite someone to this platform. Please invite someone to this platform, okay? It's so important that we get the message out about Millati Islami. People are not in tune, and they think that Millati Islami is no more, but that's not true. Millati Islami is up and running, full program. We are really in. Groups are starting over and over and over again all the time. Now, of course, I'm the host, but of course, I'm a member of Millati as well. I'm in recovery. I'm a Muslima. You want me to switch over, sis? You want me to switch to the other one? Okay, then go downstairs and join him then. You can join him. Oh, there it is. You want me to switch to that one? Let me try this one. Okay, say something.
Something.
There it is. There go my sister.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Hey, Fatima, I ran all the way across town to go to her house to fix it.
I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you did. That was beautiful. So,
I'm the human Flash, boy.
I know, right? And so, did you guys look in these? Can you see the comments and everything too?
Yes.
Or is it me? I can see everything. Look at all those people that's in here. That's crazy, isn't it? That's alhamdulillah. So we have to really do a good show tonight. Let me just tell you, Bring It to the Table is a place, a safe space where everybody can come, everyday people just like me and you, to address issues. And tonight we're going to address the issue of addiction treatment and recovery, but mainly for Muslims. Listen, it is religious specific, Millati Islami. However, you don't have to be a Muslim to come. We invite all. Am I right, brother? So I'm going to first, the sister is on, so let's talk to her first. Is that okay, gentlemen?
That is wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to do the best that we can. And sister, we want to ask you, how are you today?
I'm doing good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And then we want to ask you that, we want to say to you that, what are your thoughts about your Millati Islami, and what has Millati Islami done for you, and how long have you been in participating in this program?
Well, assalamu alaikum, everybody. I have been participating, I would say it's about a year and a half now.
Alhamdulillah.
I went to the meeting on a Friday night, on a Friday afternoon. Somebody sent me a poster of the Millati meeting, and I've been going ever since. It also is where I met my husband at a Millati meeting.
Yes, you did. Y'all heard that, folks. You heard that, folks. You heard it right from Sister Asia's mouth. You can meet a husband if you come to the meeting.
I met mine in the meeting.
We certainly do not promise you that.
We don't promise you that. But let me tell you something. Wonderful things happen in those meetings. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
We do recover for some stuff, okay? No, because this is the second week of the kickoff. Now we gotta tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's a real story. That really did happen, people. It really happened. Okay.
So what Millati did? So what Millati did was connect the recovery process with my dean. You know, it makes me feel how to connect the two with the Quran and the 12 steps. That's what I get out of it.
Okay, good. That's good stuff. And so it kind of like increase your Islam.
Yes, it does. And be able to help other people that are coming behind us. Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that same question is going to go for you, Brother Shakur. Now I know that you've been there longer than all of us. So can you give us your experience in being an experienced member of the Millati Islami program, please?
Back in the Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for having us. It's a beautiful show. Assalamu alaikum to the brother. I think this is our first time meeting him. So alhamdulillah, good to meet you, good brother.
Yeah, we don't get to see his face too much, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, because we usually hop on like conference calls on Tuesday and Wednesdays. And the Zoom calls, so sometimes like I'm always trying to do two things at once, so I'm always on the go. But I'm trying to keep my camera on as much as you can whenever I'm on the Zoom call. But it's the first time putting a name to a face with Sister Asia and Brother Shakur.
Alhamdulillah, good to see you. So I actually first started Millati back in the 90s, around 94-ish, 95. That was the first time I met Zaid. Him and another brother came up and they met us, and he pitched the idea to me that what he was doing about starting Millati Islami. And back in those days, I recovered in another one of the fellowships, and I just thought that the idea was so brilliant. So myself and a couple other recovering people got together at Masjid Allah, and we held the first meeting in Philadelphia. So, and then unfortunately, I say unfortunately, but sometimes we do these things to grow. I stepped away and moved to Atlanta, and when I came back, the meetings had moved around a little bit. Over the last year and a half, like my lovely wife just stated, someone sent me the flyer as well, and I had just come from Juma. I was in the house. I was like, okay, I don't cook really well. So I'm like, where am I going to get to eat? Then I like, oh my God. I said I was going to go over to Masjid Muhammad in Philadelphia and make this meeting. And I walked in the meeting, and my wife always tells the story. He came in there with some sunglasses on. You couldn't even see his face.
Ooh, I remember that. I said the same thing.
So I walked in with some sunglasses on, got my suit on, trying to look like John Legend with some sunglasses on in a Millati meeting. And from there, I was just hooked again. I mean, it's always been my desire to help the fellowship just grow. And I was grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he gave me another opportunity to come back and contribute and help the fellowship grow. And I've been trying to do my best to do my part since I've been back. So that's my story, and I'm, as they say, I'm gonna stick to it.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Okay, and so thank you so much for sharing that. And so overall, what over all these years, way back then, I'm really excited to tell, say to our audience and reiterate one of the things you just said, which was you actually got a chance to meet Zaid, the founder, the person who created the Millati Islami program that's saving lives all over the world.
Yeah, without question. Listen, a lot of, obviously, you talk to people like Brother Niles and Brother Jamal and Isla. They have their stories about him. But when I first met him, he was just like a breath of fresh air. He had a spirit about himself that was just inviting to other people.
Wow.
And then, without question, and I still have, my wife will tell you, I still have the very first book from back in those days.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, when he came up and, we met, and even after that, I built a relationship with him because I would call him every so often about issues, issues in recovery, you know what I'm saying, that I needed help with back in those days. Because I was, had 5 years in, I wasn't as quote unquote polished as I am now.
Okay.
I was a lot more raw.
You silky smooth polish now, buddy.
Yeah.
I love it.
More raw. I was a lot more raw and crazy back then. So
also, are you saying we do recover? Are you saying Muslims do recover?
Come on, we do recover. Listen, if you knew and you just listening to this thing, this fellowship works.
Wow.
It works. It does, man. You just have to apply yourself. So I will say this one last statement, then I'll cut it loose, is that if you really want to meet Zaid, read the Millati Islami text.
Yes.
If you really if you hear our stories about him and you want that desire to say, because some people say, I wish I could have met him. He seemed like a great person. Read the Millati Islami textbook and you will really meet him. You'll envision the facts that came out of his own personal recovery. You see what I'm saying? And his insights about this fellowship and how we could make it grow and help other people. So that's our way of honoring him, and may Allah protect him and give him ease in his journey that he's on now. Amen.
Let me just give some shout outs. Guess who is on here now? I just noticed that the Cuba School and Islamic Center has joined us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Sisters and
out of here. All right.
Okay.
That is fantastic.
Inside of Cuba, the entire Cuba, like they're on here. This is crazy. Thank you, Brother Lukman, for joining. Thank you, Nafisa, for joining. Brother Jawad is on. Thank you for joining. Wow,
really believe.
Amazing. I remember going to Cuba to Millati Islami meeting on 48th Street in Haverford in Philadelphia area. So let's keep the show rolling. Good introductions so far. Good introductions. Ooh, let's talk to my baby. Ooh, Mother sent us that little bitty baby. How you doing, Amir? Did I get it right, Amir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hey, we can go with the nickname now too.
Okay, Amari. Brother, how are you? Can you please tell the audience where you are from? My main concern and question that I really want to let them know is, how old you are. Can you just give just a bit of, because you told me something interesting during our prelude prior to this platform tonight, and I just think that the people should know.
Right. So my name is Umair Mir. I was born in Houston, Texas. So I like to tell people that I'm your brown neck cowboy. My father, when he came to the United States, he just loved something about like the country, hunting, fishing, and the outdoors. So that was something that took on to my personality. And working in the construction industry, my father working HVAC and construction kind of came on to me. So as I grew and as I found Millati Islami was through my addiction of marijuana. I did smoke for an extensive amount of time, 5 years. And it wasn't. I didn't find Millati Islami. Well, I went to Marijuana Anonymous one time. One of my best friend at that time. I wasn't going to go. I was like, told my friend, I found it. I'm going to go, but I was very skeptical. So that night, my friend drove me to the Marijuana Anonymous in Houston, Texas. And as I was walking, I remember that day I heard a song by Eminem. It was in like, a conference room with like 12-step people and everything. And I remember as I was walking up the steps, like I heard that song. I don't remember the song anymore, but I remember hearing that song in my head, and I felt that. And I walked in, like all these people. It was a bright room. They're just sitting there in a circle talking about it. But I didn't feel a part of that group, because when I looked in the room, it was just Caucasian males and females and maybe one or two Latinos. And at the end of it, like everyone took out like $5-10 and they put it in a bag, right? But at that time I was in college, like college, like we don't really have money like that. And if we do, it's to spend on things. Like
I need that money. Give me that money.
I need that money to do other stupid things,
Right.
I wasn't in that mindset. But like when I had started in 2016, 2017, I at first I was like, I'm only gonna do it when I go to this X place or when I'm with this X person. Like, that person was very close to me, and they're still very close and dear to my heart, and they're never gonna leave my life. But it was always gonna be with that person. But after I came back from a trip in Pakistan, when I was there, I was like, you know what, forget it. Like weed's great. I'm gonna smoke it when I get back. So on I think it was my 22nd birthday. I didn't start smoking until I was 22 almost. Now I'm like 26, 27 years, and I just sparked, and it was as soon as it started, I wanted to quit, but it was one of my friends at that time that told me. He goes, dude, you need to quit, or if not, the only way you're gonna quit is if a life tragedy happens, something really, really bad happens to you.
Okay.
You'll come to an end. And then 5-6 years, 5 years go on, and during the pandemic, I was, smoking every day. Like we had nothing to do. I was living at home. I wasn't working. And in the middle of the pandemic, I got a job in Eastern Washington. And, that's another legal state on the West Coast. And it was like really weird to me. Like I wouldn't say this is a blessing from Allah or like devil's work, but like the small town I lived in had a population of 150,000 and a small, very tight Muslim community. And on the same road was the masjid and my apartment and the dispensary.
Wow.
So it was like, and in an addict's mind, this is God's blessing. This is God's way of saying, like, this isn't gonna stop. Like, it's gonna keep going. And like, a weird thing, like maybe this was a blessing. Maybe I'd say that smoking marijuana was a blessing to my life, because in a way, when I would smoke, I would listen to the Quran or listen to hadiths and stories of the Prophet and the companions. And some stories I remember very vividly. But I remember Brother Jawad telling me after I told him this, he's like, no, that was the fear of God in you, knowing that what you were doing was so wrong.
Now, let me ask you a question. I have to cut you off right there. I'm so sorry. That's my therapist hat going on, because by trade, I'm a therapist, and we use this old school tool that's called cutoff. And it's so vital that you mentioned Brother Jawad telling you something. Can you tell the audience who Brother Jawad is?
Yeah, so Brother Jawad, he's an amazing soul. May Allah bless him, protect him forever, and grant him Jannah for those when his time comes. Brother Jawad's actually was one of the first people when I had found Millati Islami that had reached back out to me. And he put me in as his sponsee. I guess he's my sponsor.
Yes.
Right way. And he's talking me through the 12 steps. I haven't completed the 12 steps. I'm still on step 3. But like he's always my go-to call, like if, I'll call him like 3-4 times, he doesn't pick up, then I'll call someone else. But Brother Jawad, in the initial stages, he was really there for me. And when I had originally found this Millati Islami, I told my father about it. And my father had no idea what Millati Islami was, knowing that my father was the director of the mosque in the Houston, Texas that we grew up in. So he's exposed to like multiple sides of the things that Muslims do. So when he heard it, he was kind of skeptical, like, what is this? Like, what if my son's part of like a very bad organization that can lead him in trouble? So I put Brother Jawad and my father on the phone, and they had talked about what Millati Islami was. So in a sense, like my father is an anchor that did help me stay in Millati Islami, and Brother Jawad has always been there for me time in and time out.
Alhamdulillah. And so how old are you again?
I'm 26 years old.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you can be 26, you can be 17, you can be 19. It does not matter. You can be 75. I believe we have 80 years old. It doesn't matter in the program. Millati Islami is here to help you save your life.
Good brother. I'm 25 too.
Hey man, hey, age is the number.
I'm 19. I'm 19. Well,
yes,
you know I'm 19. You know
25 plus 25.
Hey, okay. You're 25 in my eyes.
Thank you so much, Amir, for sharing that with us. We really do appreciate that. And so my next round of questions is coming up. But before we do that, we want to thank Sister Fatima for joining. Brother Jawad is listening. You're a sponsor. Because a lot of people don't know about sponsorship in Millati. Well, guess what? It is such a thing. It does happen. This Millati Islami is a real 12-step religious specific programs for Muslims. But you don't have to be Muslim. You can come and you might become one from what you hear. You'll never know. We are here to help you save your life, right? And so the next set of questions. Oh my goodness, y'all better get ready. Y'all ready? Sister, this question is for you. This question is for you, sister. So on the 4th of July, it is the Freedom from Bondage Speaker Jam. Today is the second week to the kickoff, baby. It's going to be a blast. What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to the panel.
Yeah.
I am on the mat. I am on the panel, and we're talking about how the intimacy between man and woman in the marriage. So I am on that panel.
Intimacy.
And I'm looking forward.
That sounds good. Can you tell us some right now, a little bit? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't know the questions. Muhammad Shakur has the question because he's the chairperson for that panel. You know, so he's gonna be asking me some questions, some questions, because I think you're on the panel too. So he's gonna be asking us some interesting questions.
I'm not holding no bars back. I'm taking.
We're gonna give you the Muslima answer.
Exactly.
Muslima real life experience answers like we are supposed to, because the truth is Millati Islami has taught us, and other stuff that we do has taught us how to carry a clear message of recovery. As Muslims, that's what we're preparing to do. Well, thank you for that, sister. Anything else that you're looking forward to on that day?
Well, I have told my sponsees, because I got 4 sponsees in Millati Islami, and they're a part of too. And I keep telling them, it's like, you can get this too if I can get it. That's anybody can get it if I can get it. All you gotta do is just do the work.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, you heard that, and do the work. And so when you're speaking of doing the work, we're going to go ahead and ask Brother Muhammad Shakur the same question, but we want you to add to your question, what is doing the work? Because your Asia, your wife, mentioned doing the work. So can you tell the audience what you are looking forward to on July the 4th at the Freedom from Bondage Speaker Jam, 2nd annual? And by the way, this is hosted by the World Service Office of Millati Islami. Floor is yours.
Well, I think one of the things that I'm looking forward to is the different topics that a lot of people from all over the world, the country, is sharing on. I mean, it's some really well thought out, really good topics that address a lot of issues that recovering people have. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to that. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the panel discussion that I'm the chairperson for the women. I'm not going easy, so don't even expect none. But
I bet the questions are well worth it, and people are going to need to know this information.
You know, this is the thing. Now, Islam, the wonderful thing about Islam is that it keeps it real about your problems. You feel what I'm saying? And the wonderful thing about our fellowship is it is a combination of Islam, which is the Quran and the Sunnah, and the various different subject matters that Islam addresses. And then it's the recovery process of the 12 steps as well. So I think that the good
Don't forget the traditions.
and
Right.
it's wonderful. The traditions are for the Jamaat, the group, on how the
Yes.
group, it gives guidelines on how we should function. But the wonderful thing about the 4th of July Speaker Jam is that many of these issues came from a group of recovering Muslims that
Yes.
talked about some of our planning meetings turned into meetings.
Oh yeah.
We discussed our experiences with a lot of these questions, the need to have them answered, especially when it came to marriage. And
Yeah.
my wife mentioned intimacy. So the good thing about 4th of July is and the theme is that freedom from bondage. And addiction binds us to negativity. It binds
Yes.
us to the worst actions that a person can commit when
Yes.
they're doing what they're doing, whatever that is that you do in your addiction.
Yeah.
And this freedom comes, as you say, what is doing the work about? This freedom comes when you surrender to the idea that you need Islam to be more than just a ritualistic approach. You need it to solve your present day problems. You see what
Go
I'm saying?
ahead, mi amor.
Yes.
Go
That's
ahead.
You need
awesome.
it to solve your present day problems. And we all, don't get me wrong, if you don't like the word problems, challenges. We all have
There you
challenges.
go.
And now the last thing I'll say is that I'm still growing up. My wife will tell you that. I'm still growing up in this thing. So men like the brother mentioned, Jawad, Imam Majuri, Brother Niles, Jamal, Salim, Raheem, I can just name, and these are all people that have an intricate part in helping other people in the fellowship to grow through their issues. So the Speaker Jam is about giving you that knowledge that you need, that your life requires in order for you to be more successful.
Alhamdulillah.
It's not just about putting down the drugs. The success just doesn't end there. It's about the rest of that message in our text is to live a better way of life.
Yes, the path of peace.
The path of peace.
Path of peace. Millati Islami will help you get to a path of peace. And what I know for me that doing the work consists of not only from salat to salat and making sure that I'm there, that 5 times a day, it's pretty much in my behavior. Imam Jury is the one, he'll say, if you're acting like that, y'all know how he get. If you're acting like that, then that's what they gonna see, And so, and I know because y'all laughing because it's true. We really have true leadership and true Islamic people and Muslims, men and women, helping us to learn how to live a day at a time without the use of mind-mood alternating substances, helping us recover and be restored from that fallen human condition that it talks about in the book.
Yeah.
You feel me? So let's talk to our baby boy. Let's talk to our baby boy. What's going on? How you doing, dear? How are you? Are you enjoying the show so far?
I'm enjoying it. I just wish I had some popcorn with me right now.
I know, because we put on such a good show here. Remember, this is the second week to the kickoff. We got 3 more weeks to kick it off, and we got a radio broadcast and a TV show to get done for this. We need to promote, because we want people's lives to be saved. We do. We want people's lives to change. This is one of the ultimate things that I really like about Millati Islami. They take pride. People came down from all different states to Pennsylvania to meet with us and break bread from the Millati Islami. Listen, y'all remember that, right?
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Oh, you missed it, Omir. Look, they came bearing gifts.
Yeah, man.
I thought we was going to get one gift. It didn't stop there. Everybody on the World Service Office had big bags and gifts and T-shirts and pink pens, and it was, when I say it was more love than I have received from my own blood family. Yup, I said it.
was an amazing day.
It really was. It was magical. And that's what keeps me staying here with my sisters and brothers. Love me more than my own biological family. Alhamdulillah. That's what we need to recover. So Amir, what are you looking forward to on that day?
Yeah, I'm looking for Imam Jury's recovery to the stairway to recovery. And if you heard, you always hear him say this: do you believe or do you really believe?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Jawad.
And every time I think about something, that's something that I hear: do you believe or do you really believe? And every time I talk to him, he always asks me that. So yeah, hearing what he has to say, I'm really excited.
We trying to keep the man from singing Stairway to Heaven.
No, he's got to hit a note. He's got to hit a note.
I'm gonna hear it one day.
So,
I'm
ladies
trying
and
to get him
gentlemen,
to refrain from singing a song.
no, sisters and brothers, ladies and gentlemen, please click like and share. Bring it to the table. It's getting raw and uncut tonight. Okay, we need to hear Imam Jury hit a note before he share. Okay,
he gonna tear that thing up.
We got to him, and this is our family. This is our Millati Islami family that we're talking about. So bring it to the table. Addresses everyday issues like yours and mine tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Sisters and brothers, we are speaking to a group of wonderful members of the Millati Islami program, Path of Peace, 12-step treatment for addiction. And listen, they are getting it in tonight. We are talking about the second annual speaker jam, which is going to be virtual on July the 4th this year from 12 to 8 p.m. There will be two panels, a men's panel. Now we're going to talk about that men's panel. Since you want to do something about that woman's panel, I wonder who is the chairperson to the men's panel.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of questions they done dug up for the men.
I know that's right.
I wonder what kind of questions. And so it's real because the men have issues in the marriage, women have issues in the marriage, and marriage is half of our deen. It's half of the way that we serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
So it's never perfect.
Nope.
It's never perfect. So there's some questions that the men are going to be asked in regards to the marriage, and the intimacy of the marriage as well, and how they treat a woman. And it's one woman that's on the women's panel though that has experienced polygamy. Woo, y'all better be. I'm telling you now, y'all need to be front and centered on July the 4th. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. So can we move on to our next questions? Let's see what the people saying. Hold on. Let's get some comments. They're saying absolutely great show. You all are doing great work. Well, thank you. Alhamdulillah. We appreciate you joining. I can't make out the name though up to that person. RANARUTO. I can't pronounce that name, but thank you so much for joining. Imam Kareem is on. Jury. Hi, Imam. Assalamu alaikum. Fatima is on. Thank you, Sister Fatima, for joining. Brother Jawad is on. Lukman. Now, y'all know Lukman found out how to get on here. So y'all know.
Lukman got a studio over there. Got cameras from every angle and everything.
I spoke to him today. I said, Lukman, I want to come and go to New York, so we're going to hang out with them. Oh, it's Brother Rashid. That's who that is, Brother Rashid. Oh, okay. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Rashid. Thank you for joining. I think this is his first time joining us too, because I think I personally sent him a text and invited him. So I hope that he sees. I hope he likes what he sees, and one day we'll have him on because he does amazing things at the masjid. He has amazing presentations. He's an educator. So back to our questions. Y'all ready for the next question?
Ready? Yeah.
Okay, ready for the next question. And so my next question is, hold on. I got it right here. Because I want to make sure because I got to make sure I get it right. And so But it has to do with the meaning of Millati Islami in your life. Like, what does it mean to you? And can you see life without the Millati Islami program? Sister, you can go first.
I'm gonna hurt you.
That is
Well,
a good question.
I know it is.
Millati Islami is the path of peace. First of all, when I first came to Millati Islami, it was like, okay, this is interesting. You know, like I said before, it's like it connects both my deen with the 12 steps because I try my best to live them 12 steps in 33 years. I tried to live like I've only been a Muslim, I think 12. So when Amari says, you know, he's new to this, I got clean. I was 28 years old.
Wow.
And I'm 62.
Wow.
Uninterrupted recovery time. No
I'm in
slip, no slip, no slip. So you can do it too. You know, Millati is like when they talk about the path of peace, you know, I try my best to live that. On some days I don't because all them character defects, they still pop up. You know, but in the 12 steps, it helps you how to get a better understanding. And also it only does get you a better understanding, but also how to correlate it with the Quran, which it works for me. It works for me. You know, it's growing, it's evolving, and I love the fact that I'm a part of that. Me and my husband are a part of that, and I am amazed of what is coming. I am really, really amazed of what is coming. So I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. You know, Millati Islami and what we do around here is 7 days a week. It's not just one meeting once a week. You know, when you do this and when you engulf yourself in this, it's about helping people. It's about helping people get this to get the understanding. They ain't gotta live the way you used to live before. You ain't gotta live in the pain that you used to live before. You ain't gotta be in pain in recovery because it shows you through the 12 steps in the Quran that the ultimate authority is Allah. So it's like just surrender to it. Just surrender to it. We got to.
Okay. So you ain't going nowhere. So I hear you ain't going nowhere no matter what.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere.
Now you do
know,
know
as long as my husband stays here, I'm here.
No, but if he leave, you gonna leave too? See, that's one of the panel questions right
there. Hey! Don't start stuff. Why is she trying to steer stuff? What's going on with that?
Well, guess what? If you are saying that you are staying and you here, come hell or hot water, I ain't going nowhere. I need Millati Islami people. I need all of you in my life. You know, I really do. So let's ask, thank you for sharing that, sis. I love you. You know this so much.
Love you back.
Let's ask, Shakur, do you mind if I save you for last with this question?
No, go right ahead.
All right, Amir. So what do you think, Amir?
So Millati Islami, as the sister mentioned, means path to peace. But to me, what it means to me, it's a family of us coming together. And we come from different walks of life. And sometimes I mentioned this in the meeting, like I hear stories and I just can't relate. You know, it's like just like Brother Shakur and I, we came from two different walks of life. And, you know, I grew up in Houston, Texas from a conservative Muslim family. And coming together, hearing at the end of the day that the main two things we have in common is that we're both Muslims and that we're recovering addicts that found the organization and it brought us closer to Islam. To me, it's a family of people that I've never met, but we hold a strong value of religion and recovery close to our hearts. And like the sister mentioned, like, you know, she's staying here and that's my intention too. Like as of right now, I'm one of the youngest members and, you know, I want to bring other friends. Like I know guys and girls in my community that have dealt with drugs and alcohol, you know, and I don't want to lose someone to that just as if my friends and my father and my family, they didn't want to lose me I remember one time my friend sat me down at the lake and had an intervention with me. That didn't hit my head until now. I appreciate my two friends, Yasser and Ahmed, for sitting me down and having that conversation, because I just showed the love they had for me. And coming to Millati just made me Millati Islami made me understand that, like, there is a bigger issue, and when we're together as a team, we can accomplish more. And if you're ever in the meeting, like, sometimes we laugh, we cry. Sometimes there's been disagreements in the organization, but at the end of the day, it's just nothing but love between the two brothers and sisters. We're hey, I'm on the East Coast, and I log in every day, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday on East Coast time. Like for me, like Muay Thai and MMA is like one thing that like keeps me grounded and mentally sane with my Islam. But I skip out on that because I know I have to be at this meeting. Because if I don't get to these meetings, then I'm not gonna have a chance to hear what some other brothers, how their day were. Because sometimes we're not talking about our addiction. We just want to be heard. Sometimes we have no one to talk to. And I live in Southern California. I travel to work. So making new friends is like everyone's very temporary. But having that organization, having the brothers and sisters there, I know that, like, hey, if I'm having a really bad day, I just hop on and I listen and I talk about my feelings, how I'm feeling. There have been moments where I have cried out in the meetings, and right immediately afterwards, I get calls and brothers and sisters reminding me that, with every difficulty, there's ease.
Yeah,
and kept me grounded for so long. And it's just, I really hope that the work we're doing today, we can bring younger brothers and sisters into Millati Islami to help save them, because it's a downward spiral. You just go down, 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 down. So, someone, there's something within you says it's time to get it together.
Thank you so much, Brother Shaquan, for that. That was amazing. And I can't tell that you just got here because you have a plethora of experience.
Yes.
You are really running it down. And ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers in the audience, this is exactly what we need to hear. We need to hear from all walks. You are witnessing tonight on Bring It to the Table. Everyday people just like me and you. You are seeing someone who's been a member of Millati Islami for years. You have someone who just came back, and you also have a baby boy who just joined the program and is living his best life, honey. Okay. So now,
I mean,
before we go to Brother Shakur, because I just love him, and he's gonna take us on out there. So listen to this. We got some beautiful comments. I'm gonna read a couple of them, okay? You are absolutely right, Sister Sharifa. It's all designed. It says our children are targets, so we got to get clean to do this thing right and keep ourselves straight. Sharifa says society we are living in, corporate America, where drugs and alcohol are everywhere, that people are not in their right state of minds. Absolutely, Sister Sharifa. Luke Ma saying he love us too. Brother Muhammad saying love you, brother, too. Right? And guess what? Let me see who else is saying. Oh, Waleed is here. Oh, we got Brother Waleed on. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Waleed. Hope you're feeling well. It says, what I really believe is shown by my actions. And in addiction, we are in service of Allah is in our actions. Alhamdulillah. Yes, it is. He also says, Millati Islami helps us find our way back to serve the one. Oh, alhamdulillah. Oh, praise to the law. Allahu Akbar. So that's good. Thank you so much for that. All the comments, please click like and share and continue to watch. We will be back here again on next Thursday. But before we go, we're going to have Brother Shakur answer that last question. What does Millati Islami mean to him? And, what would life be without Millati Islami? And in your share, can you give us like well, go ahead, do that one, and if we have time, I'll get to my last question. No,
I'll try to keep it short so we can get that one in.
Be short.
No. Go ahead.
Well, I think for anyone that's new, that's listening, if you want a new way of life and purpose that you've never had before, because see, let's not forget where we come from. We coming out of active addiction. That's why we're here. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? We're coming out of active addiction. So Millati Islami gives us purpose. It gives us a reason to live a life that we may have always dreamed of. I often hear in meetings that Muslims say they were Muslim using. So this thing affects everyone at any time.
Mhm.
Well-intentioned people that have good hearts that get caught up in the
Right.
grip of addiction. So I think a lot of that is giving us purpose. It's giving us a way to heal from those ugly things that we experienced in our addiction. It's giving us an avenue to give away with what Allah has given us, the
Mhm.
wonderful gifts that He's given us since we've been in recovery. And since I've been back to Millati, man, and I'm gonna just keep it real. It came at a time when I was very hurt and in a dark place, and Allah just brought the meetings back into my life, and it has helped me heal. Luqman always talks about healing in Islam, and
Yes.
and being a healing, and just hearing it constantly repeated in our meetings is a reminder of what we have to do in order to heal. If you're not healing, the likelihood is that you ain't dealing.
Oh.
So so that healing is a signification that you are doing what you need to do for you first and foremost. And if you can do that, then you can start giving back to other people. And I think that right now the fellowship is on an exciting upward pace to touch people all over the world. We were on a meeting in Millati about a month and a half ago. It was in Dubai.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They were all in Dubai and we was over here, and
Yeah.
it's crazy
Mhm.
exciting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to
So,
take a flight there now.
so go ahead because I want to hear this last question.
Oh, okay. And so the last question. Wait. So we got some things. Hold on. Addiction does not discriminate. Millati Islami offers us tools to guide us in recovery. The natural. It says something about the natural
Conscious.
Not
consciences,
just God.
conscious God, but in us is being compromised, comprised. What that say?
It should be
Compromised.
compromised with drugs and alcohol.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
You're absolutely right, Sharifa. Thank you for your comments. And then somebody say you're absolutely right, Sharifa. Okay, yep, that's good. All right. So, because I don't never want to ignore the audience because we need them to keep coming back. You do know this.
I
So,
know that's right.
so my last question had to do with the therapeutic value through the step process. What does that mean? Can you please tell the audience? Like you all keep saying something about these steps, these steps. Now, what if it's somebody who just don't know anything about a step or the therapeutic value? Like, what does that mean to you? And then we need to keep this short because I need to get off. I'm going to give you each 2 minutes apiece. Sister, you can go first.
The therapy, the therapeutic value of one addict helping another, or another. How they say, I want for my brother what I want for myself, or I want for my sister what I want for myself. It's like I can't get clean, or I can't stay clean if there's not another person with me. It's a we thing. We do this together. You know, we are here to help each other. We're not here to put each other down. You know, it's like if you're down, then if you call somebody else, they'll come and help you up. I can't do this by myself. I
Okay.
know without a shadow of a doubt, I need the fellowship. I
Okay,
need
great.
other people that got my back.
Thank you. 2 minutes is up. Shakur.
Well, my wife said it best. I mean, it's just a we thing, but the therapeutic value is that mean that people go beyond their means to
There you
help
go.
other people. You see what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, you know, brother Niles has flown all the way up here just
Yeah.
for a funeral. You know what I'm saying? It's not just for a funeral, but it's to be with another member and support them. And other
Yes.
members came from New York and they drove down in heavy rain. That's
And
that
these are
therapy.
Millati Islami members, you're saying.
Without
Yes.
question, these are Millati Islami members in the fellowship. So that
Mhm.
therapeutic value is that desire to help your brother or your sister get through
Nice.
anything in recovery.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. What about you, Amir?
So, as the sister mentioned, there's with therapeutic value, right? No one can understand our struggle except for the brothers and sisters that went through it. Because if you talk to a non-addict about it, whether that be your therapist, your friend, your doctor, or someone, like, they don't get it. They just don't get it when nothing makes sense and you go to your addiction or you give in, right? And we get it. So that's why we're able to give each other that advice or reference pages from the Quran or anything, or just be that ear listening that understands. So to me, that's a therapeutic value of Millati Islami.
100. Well, there it is, folks. You heard it from the baby himself, from the old head up top, and my sister at the bottom. Sorry, Shakur. Anyway,
I told you, I'm 25. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was an outstanding show. I want to thank you all for coming. Bring it to the table. Address everyday people like you and me who have overcome, conquered, and survived anything and is now living beyond their dreams. And please tune in on July the 4th, 2022 from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. where the Millati Islami 12-step treatment for addictions, the path of peace, will be presenting their second annual speaker jam. So you don't want to miss it. Let me tell you something. This was a great show. I can't wait because when I post it and people can still see it over and over again. They'll still keep commenting and still keep clicking and liking and sharing it. So go on, watch yourself again and again and again. You're going to fall in love with it. Thank you so much. May Allah be with you all. Assalamu alaikum. Rahmatullah barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Alaikum. Hey.
Amari, they saying they proud of you and everything. Oh, look at that.
You know what's really interesting? That's my 11-year-old brother. And, Zafir, if you're listening,
wow.
I'm really sorry that you had to hear about it this way. I'm sorry that, I'm just sorry. I never wanted you to know about the struggle that I was going through. And I'm just sorry, Zafir.
He's probably very inspired by you, brother.
And you should be proud of you. He said he's proud of you. That's what he said. He said, may Allah bless you all and everyone. Look at that. He's proud of you.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. It's okay that he found out or bring it to the table.
I don't know how he found out. I'm actually mind boggled. How did he find out? And
only on Bring It to the Table. It all goes down right here, baby. With people like me and you, everyday people. Peace out, y'all. I gotta go. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye.
Wow.